the tour, the route that we would have taken would be the route that they took. The place where we ate tonight, the pavilion, no doubt you look to the railroad bridge that goes across the river that was to our left. 30 feet below the water line is the original Rhodes Ferry landing. And I know that the weather conditions tonight were unfavorable, but they were fitting. On March 7th, 1837, a group of approximately 466 Cherokee arrived in Decatur under the same conditions. They arrived about 6:30 p.m. in the rain, and it was March, so it would have been freezing. We can't see the original hill up to Bank Street, but we have an account from a doctor that accompanied them on the road to Oklahoma, and the rain had turned the streets into mud, thick mud. So from our vantage point, we would have been able to see 466 Native Americans trudging up a hill into an unknown future. And the thing is that the railroad was inconsistent at best at this point. So what happens is when they get to Decatur, they find out that they actually have to stay overnight. They have to find some way to lodge for the night, or possibly even a couple of nights, given on how quick the train gets back. So here's our next problem. Decatur, the city of Decatur at this time, does not have a place to house 466 people. So the only option available was to commandeer warehouses that the railroad used to store goods and such as cotton and grain. And I'll be reading some quotes tonight, but I just kind of want to give you an overview of this. They are marched up this hill from a barge in the dark and the rain into a building. And the doctor that's with them, he talks about their experience at this time, and he says they don't even have lanterns. They haven't been furnished lanterns. The description, he says that there were no lights furnished. Groups were huddled in the dark, and due to the cold and rain, sickness spread quickly. So, one of the larger reasons that they have to stay a couple of days is because of the rampant sickness that goes through the group. The doctor does acquire lights for them to use, but the only treatment that he can find for the cold and sickness is to bring them coffee. After spending the night in the warehouses, the Cherokee were marched down Market Street, and if we had been able to take the tour, and hopefully there will be time tomorrow afternoon that anybody that would like to, I would definitely like to do that. But they were marched down Market Street to the railroad depot. They were loaded into open cars. So these are not train cars like we would see today. These are open cars similar to a carriage that would have carried them to Tuscumbia. For many, this was their first time to see a train. And I can't imagine the mix of emotion of the awe of seeing something for the first time, but at the same time knowing that you're never going to see home again. And that has a profound impact on me. A local newspaper reports that a lively spirit seems to animate the balance. with the exception of a few small children, who, though unable to speak a word of our language, as a bystander observed, cried in very good English. And over the next 2 days, train car after train car after train car would go to Tuscumbia to where the river deepened. And tomorrow, you will get the opportunity to see that location. 2 more group of Cherokee will come through Decatur. The total number of people that use the Tuscumbia, Cortland, and Decatur Railroad for the Trail of Tears are around 2,300 people. Exact numbers, 2,300 is as close as we can get. But I will say, the story of the Cherokee, and especially their experience in Decatur, is one of fear, illness, and insufferable condition. Those observing were not all immune from the tragedy that was unfolding before their eyes. So, people present in Decatur were aware of what was happening. A Moravian missionary reports, "It is mournful to see how reluctantly these people go away. Even the stoutest hearts melt into tears when they turn their faces towards the setting sun. I am sure that this land will be bedewed with the tears of a nation, if not with their blood." The words speak for themselves. I could try and add to, take away from, tell you their experience, but their words say it best. I encourage you to take the brochure and walk around Decatur. Experience this for yourself. I deeply apologize that I couldn't, that we couldn't experience it tonight as a group, but hopefully before the weekend is out, we can take this trip, reflect on it, and learn from it. And that is all I have prepared.
Video production made possible by the National Trail of Tears Association. The Trail of Tears Association is a non-profit, membership-based organization established in 1993 with the purpose of passing the history of this significant event in Native American history onto future generations. If you're interested in finding out more about the Trail of Tears Association or would like to become a member, please visit our website at www.nationaltoda.com. There, you can learn more about the National Association, the state chapters, as well as how to become a member. To connect with the association for upcoming events and to be notified when future videos are released, be sure to like the Trail of Tears Association Facebook page and subscribe to our National Trail of Tears Association YouTube channel. Thanks again for watching this video and for your support.